Nice little hill. 27. 28. 30.3. Getting it done. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan with Ebike Nation. Welcome to another ride adventure. Today we are out on the Powers Grand Teton, my 26-inch fat tire torque sensor bike. Yeah, we're going to get out and ride and see how we can do today. Let me see if I can lift my camera up just a little bit. See if that ain't a little better camera angle there. It's a gorgeous day out here today. It's probably 75 here in Southwest Ohio. We decided to get out and get another review on this Van Powers. This Grand Teton is built extremely well. Very solid e-bike. The pedal sits up to boost, that's the fastest. might do a little faster here with me using the torque sensor. We're at 22, 23, 24, and we're going into the wind, so it's doing really well. I should be able to get out 3 to 4 days this week for you guys, and we're going to ride some different e-bikes. My grandson and I, we're going to do a moped style comparison with 2 moped style e-bikes I have. So we're going to get out and race them. We're going to get out and see how they do on a hill climb test. And we'll go get you plenty of video footage because he's going to be wearing his camera and I'll be wearing mine too, doing reviews on both of them. But today we're going to focus on the Powers Grand Teton. It's got very good torque across the intersections, but I've only had this out 2 or 3 times, and I wanted to get out and do another review for this company because it's an extremely good bike to ride. It's becoming one of my favorite 26-inch fat tire bikes. I will not get rid of this bike at all. This is a keeper. So I'll be doing several reviews on this throughout the year. And I'll have a playlist for you guys of every video that I do. So if you want to refer back to some other videos I've done, I'll put them in a playlist for you. Kind of got the sun going into my camera, so on the screen I can't really see it too well. Big chicken hawk up here just took off. 2 big chicken hawks sitting right on the trail. I don't know if you guys had a good Easter. I did. Went to church and got out and reviewed the TST moped style e-bike yesterday and got it loaded. And we'll try to get this one out probably on Wednesday night. And then tomorrow we'll be probably riding another trike to get it reviewed. I still have another e-bike to unbox and review for Litrigo. They sent me kind of a cargo style bike and I got to get it unboxed yet, and that's the last one I have right now. But you never know, out of the blue somebody will send you an email and ask you to review something, and we'll be crossing the intersection going up a hill here. I have not seen how this does on a hill climb test, so we're going to do that today. You see, it's warm enough. I got shorts on today. We got a little rain last night, but pretty much cleared off for the next 2 or 3 days from what I can tell in the weather. So yeah, we'll go right up here and we'll go see how this thing does on the hill climb test. I'll be in pedal assist. Really, they only have 3, but I'll be in. They have off, they have eco mode, they have sport, and then they have boost, and we're going to keep it in boost. So yeah, we're going to climb the hill right here, and let's see how it does. Go. Pretty good torque. It's climbing the hill. 15 mile an hour, 17, 19, 20. Staying right at 20 on throttle. That's where it's maxed out anyway. So yeah, it did pretty well on that. So Powers did a nice hill climb test there as well on the Grand Teton. Alrighty, let's get the camera back on me here and let's ride on up the trail. But I love torque sensors on 26-inch bikes, for sure. You can get plenty of exercise with a torque sensor. If I did not want to pedal as much, or if I wanted more resistance on my knees and my legs, I would go back down to sport mode. And let's see what that does here. It makes pedaling a little harder, but that's a good mode to ride in for sure, because I'm still moving along at 19, 20 mile an hour. Let me know, anybody out there that owns a Powers, and which model that you own. I've had this one probably a month to 6 weeks now, maybe a little longer. And I've got some good reviews out on it, and a lot of people like it. great suspension on this going over these bumps. Cruising along at 24 miles per hour. Look how steady that is, guys. I don't even have my hands on the handlebars, and look how steady that is. And I even got a camera with a tripod on the front. Extremely steady on the handlebars. Front end's designed very well. But I'm moving along 23, 24 mile an hour with ease. What's nice, my hands start tingling a little bit. I can just take them off the handlebars on this bike, and it'll just go right on down the trail. Still doing 24 mile per hour. Got some bumps here. Seems to handle them pretty well. These bumps been like this for 2 or 3 years now, and these Parks Department people need to get out and repair this trail. There's several areas now are getting kind of bad. Running over interstate here. Even though I don't need to, I stop at every stop sign. Nothing coming on no direction, but that's just what I do. Little footage to the side of me here of the cemetery and the church, and we'll go around to the other side. Well, I'm so glad we got spring here now where we can get out and ride. We're gonna stop right here and see if I can pick this camera up just a little bit and get a little tighter. Kind of slipped a little bit. It seems to be a little better. But it'll probably fall back down. I need to get a support clamp for this selfie stick so I can support it to the bike and it's not falling. You can only tighten them adjustments down so far on them clamps, and with the weight of the camera it's still going to go down a little bit. If I did not mention it to you, I've got a bike ramp to put together as well, a company sent to me, and I stayed in touch with them, told them I'd get that out next week for them, along with my other Let-Go e-bike. I've got to get it assembled yet, and I stay in touch with the company to let them know when I'm going to get the video up for them. All right, we're going to stop right here. I'm going to take the camera off and I'm going to put it on a side view angle. Hopefully you guys can see the bike a little better. So bear with me here. There we go. That's a good angle right there for you guys. The camera that I'm using is called the Insta360. I'm still trying to learn the software out. It's got its own software app. A little confusing to begin with, but I'm starting to learn it a little better. Alrighty, now we're going to flip the camera to the other side. Get the other side view of the bike. Alrighty, let's see what that does. Nice view, nice angle of the side. We'll get up here, off the ramp here, and or the bike trail, and I'll readjust the camera, and we'll head back the other way again. There we go. I'm going to head back now, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the different views today. We got several of them. We'll be going into the wind here. Got all the bogs over there with all the creeks. Can't really see it too well from that angle. I think I lost my signal here. Yeah, get up here and see if I can reestablish a Wi-Fi signal here. See what we got. Yeah, I think it's still working, maybe. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan with Ebike Nation. Welcome to another ride adventure. Today, we are out on the Powers Grand Teton, my 26-inch fat tire torque sensor bike. So yeah, we're going to get out and ride and see how we can do today. Let me see if I can lift my camera up just a little bit. If that ain't a little better, Camera angle there.